can keep the talking, otherwise you can put the music. So you appreciate. Okay, can I take भद्रेश्वर निधजाओ बोले शंखेश्वर नाशिकरो
Okay, we take the दिलवाड़ा निकोड़ियों बोले प्रभु स्तुतियों भक्तों बोले दर्शन करता श्रावक बोले प्रभु भक्ति माँ मस्त बने सबू जीरावला नीत हरि बोले कर्म का पिता भक्तों बोले यात्रियों नो जत्थो बोले
Goal for about
Bas, jalan move on. Ada itu tadi kan? And in Japan doang. Apa? Hal daripada akad orang mana? Dua akad mana? No, April, pero sebelah trian berikat.
पूर्ण बगीचा बोले माधव गढ़ना महलो बोले
Hi Janandra, good afternoon. I would first like to offer my prayers and condolences to everyone here today. Thank you so much for allowing myself and my staff to take care of your beloved father. It is an honor, so thank you for placing your trust in us. We just ask that you kindly check your cell phones, make sure they're on silent. Throughout the course of time here today, we'll allow everyone to have a chance to do darshan, also for speeches, and just a time of remembrance. So however you wish to do speeches, if you'd like to do now or after, otherwise you can just pay your respects respectfully and offer condolences to the family. Thank you all for being here. And I'll leave it to you. Hi, leave the music on for a little.
Leave the music on. We'll
Okay.
have the speeches.
Perfect. So this will be time for everyone to have their time.
It was just Naukal mantra that kept looking.
This was the one.
This was the one. Yeah.
Once it starts out, go for sure.
Jai Jinendra. Good afternoon. Can you all hear me? Thank you all for being here to honor my father. My father's life was a story of quiet strength. He was only 14 when he lost his own father. The eldest of 5 siblings, suddenly carrying a weight most of us cannot even imagine. Yet, he forged his own path. Working full-time, unable to attend college classes, he borrowed a friend's class notes each evening and studied by lantern light with no electricity. And he earned his degree. Just want to pause and let you know that close friend, that Langotia Dost, was none other than Alka's dad. They studied together from kindergarten all the way through BCom. He came to Mumbai from his village Kalol with just 150 rupees, which also was borrowed from a family friend. Through nothing but hard work and integrity, he rose to become the most trusted confidant of one of the India's wealthiest families. But his degrees are not what defined him. It was his simplicity, his humility, his dignity, his integrity. He was our family's patriarch. As Sandeep said, he is indeed our Pramukh, the head of us all, our guardian angel and our guiding light, a mentor of few words but great wisdom, who made everyone feel valued and at ease. He helped so many that countless souls still feel indebted to him. He shaped careers and guided the next generation. He was to us like a banyan tree, vast, sheltering, giving shade to everyone who came to him. I've learned so much from him, and yet, looking back, I don't remember my father ever sitting me down to teach me. Instead, I learned his art of living simply by watching him. And there is a long way for me to go. I'm still in kindergarten. He was a legend who has left for his heavenly abode, leaving behind a path on which many generations can walk. I was blessed to have him as my father and blessed that we could care for him around the clock up until his last breath. He left us just a few hours before my flight from India landed. But thanks to Himanshu, I was able to speak to him one last time from the flight by video call. And Papa heard my voice and even gave me a flying kiss. As Sandeep said, our parents never truly die. Their souls simply change form. They stay close to us, guiding us with every step. Papa's humble smile and his encouraging words will remain in our hearts always. We can never fill his shoes, but we can carry his values forward. Thank you everything, Papa. I love you. I'll miss you forever. Michami Dukra. And God bless.
Rather than talking about Papa, I'm actually going to be talking to him because I know he's here and he's listening. Papa, When I look back at your 95 years, what stands out is not just how long you lived, but how much you gave, how much you overcame, and how many lives you touched. Your early years were full of hardship. You lost your father, my dada, at the age of 14. At an age when most kids are just being kids, you stepped up and took responsibility for your younger siblings. Your childhood changed overnight. You had to grow up early and take on burdens that most people can't even imagine. Looking back today, I understand the sacrifices you made and the strength it took to walk that path, and you did it without complaining even once. And somehow, in the middle of all of that, you gave me a childhood filled with joy, fun, and so much love. You lost your own childhood, but you made sure we had ours. I still remember those late night trips to Juhu Beach after your long work days. You must have been exhausted, but we never felt it. Despite your busy schedule, you always make time for family moments. You didn't teach us value through words. You showed us with how you lived. Among the many values you live by, the ones that really shaped me most are integrity, simplicity in the way you carry yourself and live your life, and fortitude, the strength to keep going with a smile no matter what life brought your way. You always treated us, your kids, as mature individuals deserving of respect. I remember how young we were when you had to take on a major professional responsibility. But before you said yes to it, you sat down and spoke to all of us because you knew it would directly impact the family and the time you spend with the family. That was you. No matter how difficult the decision was, you always made sure we as your family were always included. And family for you was never limited. You didn't believe in the concept of extended family. To you, all your loved ones were family, and because of you, that bond continues and will continue across generations for future. The last 4 years we had with you were a huge gift. They gave us the opportunity to spend time with you, care for you, and create memories we will cherish forever. Nothing can fill the space you have left behind. But we take comfort in knowing that you left us very peacefully and independently, just the way you would have liked to go. Rest peacefully, Papa. You are with Mommy now. We know this because in your last moments, we told you we love you and that it was okay for you to be with Mommy again. And that's exactly when you took your last breath. And knowing both of you, I'm sure you and Mommy have already started playing Bukhar up there. Papa, thank you for the life you created for all of us. Your legacy will live on through the values you instill in your children, your grandchildren, and your entire family. We'll miss you forever, and we love you. Jai Jananam Photography.
સર્વેના મારા જય જીનેન્દ્ર. હજુ મારા પપ્પાને યાદ કરીને એટલું જ કહું છું કે એમને અમારા પરિવારની સૌથી મોટી તાકાત હતા. જીવન પ્રેમ, પ્રામાણિકતા, સંસ્કારોથી ભરપૂર હતું. એ જ રીતે એમનું જીવન હતું. અમને બધાને એ જ માર્ગ પર ચાલવાનું શીખ્યું હતું. આજે તેઓ આપણી વચ્ચે ફિઝિકલી નથી, પણ એમનો સદા હસતો ચહેરો, એમની અલગ અલગની વાતો, એમની સાથે બુખારો રમવાનો અને એમને જીતાડવાનો. જો અમે રમવામાં હારી જઈએ તો ગોપી ઓલવેઝ ચીટિંગ કરીને કે મમ્મી જીતાડવાના, એમને નહીં જીતાડી ને તો પછી ચોથી ગેમ રમવી પડશે અને મોઢું લટકી જતું હતું. એટલે ખાસ અમે એમને ચીટિંગ કરતા, એમને જે ખાવાનું જોઈએ આપતા, એટલા ખુશ થતા ને, ઓહો આવું કોઈ નસીબ હોય કે આટલું સારું કામનું પત્તું મને આવી ગયું. અને આઈસ્ક્રીમ ખાવાનું હોય તો એવું પડે ગોપીને, ગોપી આપે ને તો કે પણ તારી મમ્મીને પૂછે, ઓડિટ કરશે મારું એમ કે. એટલે એમને ચીટિંગ કરીને પણ અમે લોકો એમને જીતાડતા હતા. એમની પળે પળે યાદ આવે છે. બોલિવૂડમાં એમની PhD કરી હતી. બોલિવૂડની કોઈ બી તમે ગમે તે યરનું પૂછો તો બધું મળ્યું હોય એમને. ક્રિકેટ મેચ પણ એમને એક બોલ જોવાના, રાત્રે સૂઈ જાય તો આઈપેડ લઈને સૂઈ જાય અને આઈપેડમાં સ્કોર તો જોવાનો જ એમને. હેલ્થ સારી ના હોય અને અમે કહીએ પપ્પા વારે ઘડી હાર્ટ રેટ નહીં ચેક કરો તો કમ્ફર્ટમાં નાખીને આપણે જોઈએ આમ કરતા હોય, ચપટી રીતે કરે. એવી રીતે પપ્પાની ઘણી બધી મીઠી યાદો છે. અને એમને ખાવાનો શોખ સખત હતો, પુષ્કળ ખાવાનો શોખ હતો. મોસ્ટ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ એમની માટે હેલ્થ બહુ જ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ હતી. હેલ્થ એક કાનની ફોડકી ચશ્મા પહેરી બી મને નથી દેખાતી, પણ એમને એમ થાય કે આ ફોડકી થઈ છે, એનો કંઈ ઈલાજ કરીએ એમ કે. અને એ જે તમે લોકો બધા હેલ્થ સાચવે, એમની બધી યાદો આવવાની જ છે. પપ્પા મિસ કરીએ જ છે બધાને. અને એમને જે રસ્તે ચાલવાનું શીખવાડ્યું છે એ રસ્તે અમે ચાલીએ. જય જિનેન્દ્ર.
જય જિનેન્દ્ર, જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. And maybe English Gujarati mix, so Kobe's parents, I apology for Gujarati. I've been more comfortable in expressing in my language. I miss you, Papa. Moreover, કારણ કે મારા નસીબ કહેવાય કે યર 2000 થી 2022 ઓગસ્ટ 29 સુધી હું પપ્પા સાથે રહી 23 યર્સ, અને હું બધું શેર કર્યું. મેં નીકળ્યા ત્યારે મેં એમને એક જ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ કીધું કે યુ આર માય વેન્ટિલેટર, સો ઇફ યુ વોન્ટ વેન્ટિલેટર ટુ બી ઓન, બી ઇન ટચ. એટલે એમના બધું મારા ભાઈ બહેનોએ કીધું, એમના બધા પ્લસ પોઈન્ટ્સ બધા તમને ખબર છે, એટલે આઈ વિલ નોટ રિપીટ એની. હિઝ હોબીઝ, હિઝ હેબિટ્સ, હિઝ શોખ, his qualities amazing, and I will not say rare, I will say one in the world. And I say every child says my father is the best in this world. There is no child who I will change, and I say the best human, the best human. And my three brothers sisters have got lot of his qualities, lots. I have his one quality of a good memory and to talking details. But if you see the personality and the simplicity, the honesty, everything, my three brothers sisters have got it. He loved everybody. But today I say in front of public, he never admitted. Being a first son, he loved my brother a lot. Because when I used to tell him, one example, coconut water રોજ પીવાનું છે, ના 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 ના. One day I spoke to my brother, he came out, હવે આપણે કાલથી પીશું. મેં તો ભાઈએ કીધું. He never lied in his life, but he would not say yes. He just diplomacy. મેં કીધું ભાઈએ કીધું છે, હિરેન ભાઈએ નારિયેળ પાણી પીવાનું એટલે પીવાનું. Sometimes I used to tell him, તમે આ નહીં કરો તો હું ભાઈને કહી દઈશ. That much respect and love. એન્ડ તમે બધા પપ્પાને ઓળખો છો, પણ હું એક નવી બીજી વાત કરું કે જે આખા વર્લ્ડમાં મારા 3 ભાઈ બહેનો, મારી 2 ભાભીઓ, મારા જીજા, એમના દીકરા બહુ દીકરી જે પણ છે એ લોકોએ જે 4 વર્ષમાં જે પણ ઘરમાં બહાર હોસ્પિટલાઇઝેશનમાં આવું ઇન્ડિયામાં વિથ સર્વન્ટ્સ, વિથ કુક, વિથ સો મેની ડોટર ઇન લોઝ, નોબડી વુડ ડુ. આઈ મીન ઇટ. પપ્પાને મેં 100 વાર કીધું, એમને પણ મને 1000 વાર કીધું હતું ફોન પર. એ લોકો મારા પપ્પાને હું લાસ્ટ યર આવી હતી, 1 સેકન્ડ પપ્પાને હોસ્પિટલમાં એકલા નથી મૂક્યા. તો each of you I want to bless my 3 brothers, sisters, families for doing not rare but one in the world. And he is blessed. We are blessed to have him. So I tell him every year, every janam I want you as a father. But I say he is more blessed to have my 3 brothers, sisters, family. So I want you all to pray for their life and just one prayer for me that I'll be able to survive without him and just give the strength. I know time is healing. They all are here. I'm all alone there. મને એમ લાગે ઓનાથ થઈ ગઈ, અમે ઓનાથ થઈ ગઈ. એટલે મારા સ્ટ્રેન્થ માટે પ્રે કરજો. પપ્પા માટે જે બધા કરે જ છે, અને મારા ભાઈ બહેનોને બધા માટે, મારી ભાભીઓ બધા માટે પ્રે કરજો. કંઈ વધારે બોલ્યું તો સોરી. થેન્ક યુ. જય જીનેન્દ્ર, જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. આમ ઇચ્છામી દુઃખ. અને 1 second, I just read one line. My friend from Australia has sent just in the morning. She says, what was once enjoyed and deeply loved, we can never lose. For all that we love deeply becomes part of our life. Thank you.
મારી ડોક્ટર ગોપી છે, જે બધા ના ઓળખતા હતો. મારા પપ્પા જ્યારે અહીંયા ફર્સ્ટ ટાઈમ મૂવ થયા ઇન્ડિયાથી, તો 2 જોડીના ઘરે બાથરૂમ નીચે નહોતું, અને અમારા ઘરે બાથરૂમ નીચે, બેડરૂમ નીચે, એટલે અમારા ઘરે રહેતા. એ વખતે હું તો ઇન્ડિયા હતી, અને મારી ડોટર એ મારા દીકરા બધા બહુ જ કેર કરી. ખાસ બસ જ કીધું દાદાની ફેવરેટ. છોકરી આપવાનું આપી શકે ને, બુખારામાંથી
Jai Jinendra, Jai Jinendra, Jai Shri Krishna. I don't like standing behind the stand, so I'm going to walk around. Okay, so
Good idea.
પપ્પાની બધી ક્વોલિટીઝ તો બધાએ કહી છે. વન ક્વોલિટી, પપ્પા મારી પાસે ત્યારે કહું, પપ્પા તમે આટલા એડજસ્ટેબલ કેવી રીતે થયા? lot of times life throws you challenges, throws you difficult situations, lot of tragedies he has endured. Many people become bitter, become stubborn, become non-flexible. But even Papa, all this you've gone through, and Hiren સાથે કેટલી વાર અમે ત્યાં હતા ત્યારે they would talk about childhood. Hiren has taped many of these conversations. I got to know more details about, not big pictures, but the little details. I said, Papa, how do you move forward and not make you change in a negative way? મને કે જિંદગી જીવવાની છે, આપણી જે રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી છે એમાં પાછળ નહીં રહેવાનું. He was so grounded in these situations, after he went through the little grieving process, કે રાતના માથા ઉપર when he goes to sleep, puts his head on the pillow, he goes to sleep. તો મન શાંત હોય, come to terms with things, looking at things positively. So that is one quality. મેં કહ્યું પપ્પા તમારી પાસે બહુ જ શીખવાનું છે, but adjusting, especially later in life when you set in certain ways. At the age of 92, he came to US to settle for long term. Just now is not easy. It's like uprooting a such a 70, 80-year-old tree from one location to another. My son is going to be settled in Tucson. Maybe my daughter will go there. And they say, come over there. And I'm like, no, I can't even get used to that environment. So, and when he came, he never complained once, ke mane ya nathi faltu kevi te guys. And he rotates with 3 homes. And badha garma, it's different situation, different whatever. So, I really admire one of his qualities. I said, Papa, tamari paase ye tumhare sikhwanu che, because that makes life so much more easier for not him, but everybody that takes care of him. And another thing, Manti Papa is not religious per se, where nahi samayat kare, nahi mara gare, nahi kai, only Paryushan work there. તો નથી કે ધર્મ નથી, પણ એમને તો પૂરો ધર્મ પામ્યો છે. By taking care of others, thinking of others, taking the full responsibility. To me, there's no bigger dharma than that. તમે કરો ક્રિયા, but he put into action what real dharma is. So I'm so blessed that છેલ્લા 4 વર્ષમાં I got to know him better, got to spend so much time with him. There's so much I need to learn and put into my life, and I always thank him for, I feel so blessed to have him as part of my life and to be able to spend such wonderful quality time, which one has created so many wonderful memories. So Papa, and every time we used to go on a trip or go anywhere, I'm going to say to him in a journey, let's say he's going from one place to another, it's a journey, he will say, Mami Swami Bhagwan ki jai, Parshvanath Bhagwan ki jai, 24 din Thakur jai, Krishna Kanaya Lal ki jai, Jai Jinendra, God bless you, may the journey ahead be filled with lots of peace, light and love for you.
Jai Jinendra, Jai Shri Krishna, everyone. Today we've come together to remember and celebrate the life of a truly wonderful man, like Bhabhi said and everybody else said, our beloved Papa. He was a loving husband, caring father, proud grandfather, respected friend, and to me, a very special father-in-law, who was more like a father. People say that a person's life is measured not by how many years they lived, but by how many lives they've touched. Papa touched so many lives with his kindness, honesty, and love. He worked hard and achieved so much and built a beautiful family that carries his values and teachings forward. He was a man of quiet strength. His actions always spoke for him. He lived his life with honesty, dignity, humility, and compassion. And that's how we always remember him. One of the biggest blessings for our family was that Papa lived with us during the last 4 years of his life. Those years were very special to all of us. We were very happy that we could look after him and be there for him whenever he needed us. We thought we were caring for him, but in so many ways, he gave us so much more than we could ever give him back. We celebrated Diwali, Christmas, birthdays, and many other special occasions together around the same table. We shared meals, stories, laughter, and so many happy memories. Those moments are something our family will never forget. In fact, we'll always treasure. I truly feel very fortunate and grateful that we got to spend these best time in those last years together. We'll miss his smile, his guidance, and the comfort of having him with us every day. His place in our home and in our hearts can never be filled. But the love he gave us and the memories we made together will stay with us forever. Today our hearts are full of sadness, but they are also full of gratitude. We are thankful that we had the privilege of knowing him, learning from him, laughing with him, and being loved by him. Papa, you will be deeply missed, but your love and your blessings will always remain with us. Your life was beautiful, your journey was inspiring, and your legacy will continue through all of us. તમારી યાદ અમારા હૃદયમાં સદાય જીવતી રહેશે. ભગવાન તમારા આત્માને શાંતિ આપે. Your memories will live forever in our hearts. May God grant eternal peace to your soul. Om Shanti. We love you.
My daughter Rithi and son-in-law Kobe couldn't be here, but they've sent a message for their dada.
wish that we could be there with everyone to celebrate Dada's amazing, long, fulfilling life. But we know that we can't be, so we just wanted to say a few words. I am so lucky to have had Dada be my grandfather for 31 years. He has always been so vibrant, full of life. Like, when I think of Dada, I think about his big smile, the way that he walks into a room and just lights it up. Obviously, all the things that I know that we laughed about, like how he would love to play Bukhara, but hated to lose, of course. He loved pictures of himself, and it's true, he really always has been so photogenic. He would always spoil me and Sunny when he was babysitting us, and he would give us money for good behavior when everybody knows that we were probably on our worst behavior, but that's who Dada was. He valued family like more than anything in the world. He loved all of his kids, grandkids, siblings, extended family, and he made it so clear that we were all always a priority. He never forgot anyone's birthday, anyone's anniversary. He would always ask about how school, college, grad school, work was going, and that was something that was so important to him, and it showed in how much he accomplished in his life. Just every value that he taught us is something that, like, I don't even think twice about. It's things that I hold so important to myself, and when I think about where it all comes from, it comes from Dada. Just being the sweetest, cutest, kindest soul, and just so easygoing and so grateful for everything. We're going to miss him so much, but I know he's always watching over us.
We were reminiscing about all the memories that we have with Dada, and I think I'm just going to miss his presence in general whenever we go home. And he always, every time he saw me, he would give me a big smile and say, "Nice to be meeting you." And it was like the best part of walking into the door. You knew that Dada was going to be there, just so excited and happy to just be sitting next to you and enjoying the moment. And we love him so much, and he's going to be missed. But we have all these amazing memories. We love you, Dada.
We're going to miss you so much, but you're going to hear me talking to you every day anyways, so we love you. Thank you for watching over us. We miss you, and I just hope that you're my Dada in every lifetime.
Maraming favorite food in Taco Bell. Papa પપ્પુ આવશે અને આપણને વળાવશે. હા, આપણને વળાવશે પણ પહેલા પપ્પાને મૂકી દીધા.
We couldn't have done it without each other. Honestly, we stuck together. We couldn't have done it without each other.
So you're blessed to have him.
Yes.
You're blessed to have us.
આ તો ગરમી બહુ પડે.
No. We couldn't have done it together. And it feels very nice. We could care for him. And his journey is nice and
બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ વાત કે તો મારી લાઈફનો સૌથી મોટો પોઈન્ટ છે કે મારા પપ્પા સાથે 5 વર્ષ રહ્યો અને the way Papa has molded him and the way Papa has trained him without knowing also. Do this, don't do, એવું નહીં. અને એ પણ કહેતા ભૂલી ગઈ અત્યારે રીતિનું જોયું તો યાદ આવ્યું કે my partner and my children are in Australia and they all have sent their best wishes and for Dada's soul all the messages. But એમનો એટલો મોટો હાથ છે મારા ભાઈઓનો અને મારા પપ્પાનો મારા દીકરાને મોલ્ડ કરવામાં અને આજે જે છે એ લોકો લીધે જ છે. That is most important. Thank you, Papa.
and he loved you guys, and we know he got the same love back. We know that. So Dada was everybody's Dada. He wasn't just Papa. He was Papa first, but he was Dada for everybody.
બધા birthday
બધા friends માટે શિરીષભાઈનું નામ તો 1000 વાર મને કીધું હશે. 1000 વાર.
Everybody, I'm telling you,
And
these are
everybody who comes to him, even when you wish him happy birthday, when you wish him happy Father's Day, before you finish the sentence, he's giving you blessings. And he gives the same blessings with just same intent and same love to everybody that comes. He never leaves any, કોઈ પણ payment મળવા આવ્યું તો આશીર્વાદ તો એમના continuous 24/7.
So I have to say something. Actually, Devang and Hemadri's daughter is getting married in September. They had the Kankotri writings just recently. Papa not feeling well and all that going, but still he remembers while we are leaving, he says, "Tu khas જાય છે ને તો મારા શુભાશીષ કહેજે એને." You know, even during that time he doesn't forget. So he's given endless blessings to all of us, and we are very, very fortunate. God bless him.
endless. મારા નણંદોઈ ઇન્ડિયાથી આવેલા છે તો મારા નણંદોઈ એક દિવસે સવાર મળવા આવ્યા તો બોલી હતા શકતા તો કે મારા સૌભાગ્ય બસ એ છેલ્લા એમના બ્લેસિંગ્સ હતા લાસ્ટ બ્લેસિંગ્સ મારા નણંદોઈને મળે છે.
Anyway, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Losing a parent is never easy. Some of you might have already experienced that. But truly, when I'm looking at all the pictures rolling by and seeing how much he was always there for all events, all occasions, whether it was our wedding, our kids' wedding, great-grandchildren, graduation, he was there. And that's what gives you a little satisfaction that he led a very, very fulfilling and a very complete life. And when he went very peacefully, very, very peacefully. And what I said up there, it truly happened that way. We were all praying for his last couple of hours because we know he's coming to an end. And as soon as we said, let's take a pause, and we said, Papa, we love you, we're going to miss you forever. And I said, Mummy is waiting for you. It's time to go to Mummy. She has been waiting for a long time. Literally, that's when he took his last breath. Literally, that same moment. So, looking at all of that, yes, we're going to miss him, but it gives you comfort that he led a very good life. He went very peacefully, and he's with Mummy. That's our biggest satisfaction. And thank you all for being here.
Everybody praised Papa, including me, but there is one complaint I have against him, and that is, हमारा घर में कितना ना करे होए पहला ना था कि हमारे ત્યાં we had a routine. Evening we play cards with Papa, Bukharo, one game, same game every day, right? An hour or 2 hours, and I don't know how it happened. To this day, I must have won maybe 3, maybe 4 times compared to the number of days that we have played in 4 years.
Without cheating, he won.
Yeah, without cheating.
Let's open the door.
Without cheating. So
Yeah.
I have one
Very well.
complaint that he
Very
never
well.
taught me. One day I remember, પપ્પા તમારા કાર્ડ બહુ સારા આવે છે, આપણે સ્વાપ કરીએ. એની બાજી મેં લીધી, મારી બાજી એમને આપી, તો પણ એ જીત્યા. So yeah, we have good memories, and thank you all for coming. If anybody else wants to come and say something, please feel free.
Jai Jinendra. Can you all hear me? Namaste. Those who do not know us, as in my wife and I, my wife is Sonal and I'm Shinish. Dipti, Himanshu and we have a deep-rooted friendship since 1999. And Dada was instrumental in turning us from friends into virtual family. Sonal and I have been immensely rich because of Dada. Because like Alkaran said, every time we met him, he bestowed us with blessings from the deepest of his heart. He addressed Sonal as Dikra, a Gujarati word implying that Sonal is his own child, for which he is eternally grateful. His love was unconditional. His words were genuine, and his feelings were pure. His mannerism would make British, who pride themselves in etiquettes, look like shallow and tribal. And the reason I am saying that is anecdotal. One evening, Sonal and I were going to visit Himanshu, Dipti and Dada. Dada was not 100%. So as we were going there, Dada looks at Himanshu and says, Baila, and I'm going to say this in Gujarati, English, like, Himanshu, is it okay if I do not stand up and come by the door when Sonal and I are coming in? That's something I've never experienced. I would like to conclude by reading a poem. It's an ode to Dada. The title is Comfort of Shadow. Have you ever experienced the peace and comfort of your shadow? It's an assurance of perpetual existence of the rays of sun, its light and warmth. Enjoying tranquility and comfort in your abode. Ever thought of its foundation? Invisible, rough, cracked and weathered, but still very strong, keeps the home safe and steady. Relishing a cool breeze under the shadow of an old graceful tree on a hot summer day. Ever wonder of its roots? Buried in dirt, suffocating in rain, or thirsty in scorching heat, yet always pushing nourishment to its branches and leaves. Celebrating milestones after milestones of your accomplishments, filled with pride, ever considered everlasting support of your father. Quietly anguishing when you were down, gently celebrating when you were happy. Getting in front to shield you when you were in distress, but staying in back when posing for a picture in your merry moments. He was your root. He was your foundation. He was your son. Have you ever experienced peace and comfort of your father's shadow? Jai Jinanda. Namaste.
Please feel free if somebody else wants to come and say something.
would like to give everyone the opportunity to come forward for darshan, to place the sandalwood powder as an offering. So those of you that are extended friends of the family, we'll have you come, or if you want to come, take your time from the rear, and we'll come to the foot end of the casket and go counterclockwise. You can greet the family and then just return to your seats. This will be a time for everyone to have a moment. The immediate family will go last. And that's it. Thank you.
to get all the love from all his friends and family.
Oh
મંગલિક કરે છે હેમલભાઈ.
Pusagaram basam basam mandami kambakam ukam visarvisarvanam samankalam Ishwarim mandam kankeram yosaya asasanagamari dutjarajanti usamam Chitlo dure manto duchpanamo vivo followoi Yesu jiva pavanti adukha vajjam Tu samate lakhe chintamani kapalaya Avanti avikeram jivara bhavana Yesanto mahayasa bhakti varni Sri Guru Duni Agnesi Svichthari Manglam Ahyanta Manglam Sitha Manglam Sasu Manglam Kevali Mutotama Manglam Chattari Lokuttama Ahyanta Lokuttama Sitha Lokuttama Sahu Lokuttama Kevali Mutotama Chattari Sharanam Pavachami Ahyante Sharanam Pavachami Sitte Sharanam Pavachami Sahu Sharanam Pavachami Kevali Mutotama Pavachami ये चार शरणा चार मंत्री चार उत्तम छह दर्शनी याद रखने अक्षय अभिचम अंगूठे अमृत से लथी भंडार त्रिगुणोत्तम ने समझे मनवंचित भावे भावना भावे भावे चिंतन भावे धर्म महाराज भावे केवल ज्ञान की जय
सर्वदेव देवों की जय.
Yeah.
नमो लोरे सर्वसाहुणं नमो हरिहं नमो पावनं नमो आनंद